好耐好耐以
咩
前
聲呢？
喺森林嘅一個，
你讀緊書啊？
我唔係讀緊書，我一邊睇一邊幻想緊書裏面嘅角色，我跟住自己嘅諗法去創造佢哋嘅故事，感受書中人物嘅喜怒哀樂。你會唔會咁樣睇書？不如由你講個故仔俾我聽啦。
我識得一啲故事人，佢哋講故仔好生動有趣，不如由佢哋講故仔俾你聽啊！
好啊，我要聽故仔，快啲請故事人出嚟啦！你哋係咪想一齊聽故事人講故事？
而家我哋一齊聽故事人講英文故事，享受呢段閱讀時光啦！
Hello, boys and girls. My name is Mr. O. Nice to see you. Do you want to listen to a story? Stay tuned to Hong Kong Public Library's Stories on Board. I'm going to share this storybook with you. It's Hazel Brown, A Very Special Vet by Jupy James. In a street near you, there is a little shop called Poorly Pets. Can you see it in the picture? It is a very special kind of place. If your pet is feeling sick and not very well, this is the place to go. Can you see the dog in the picture? What do you think's the matter with him? Inside Poorly Pets works a man called Mr. Brown. Can you see Mr. Brown? What's he doing? Mr. Brown is a very special kind of man because Mr. Brown is a vet. Vets help sick animals to feel better. How many sick animals can you see in this picture? Should we count them together? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Mr. Brown has a daughter who loves animals very much. Her name is Hazel. Every day after school, Hazel helps her dad. What do you think she helps her dad to do? Together, they can fix a broken wing, heal a tender tummy, and solve even the most unusual problems. Can you see what's happened to that dog? Oh dear. She helps her dad in lots of ways, and she knows that being a vet is a very special thing. She dreams that one day she can be the thing that she wants to be more than anything else. She dreams that one day she can be a real vet. What's happened to that poor cat? And oh dear, look at the bandage, it's rolled onto the floor. Behind her dad's clinic is the garden. It's where all the animals can play and relax until they feel better. Hazel loves the garden, and she knows the names of all the pets who play there. When she walks out into the garden, they always rush to greet her. Can you see Hazel in this picture? And how many animals can you see? One afternoon, Hazel threw a ball for Scruffy the dog. It sailed over his head and landed deep in the bushes. Can you see where it's gone? Next to where the ball had landed, Hazel found the mouth of a long, dark tunnel. Slowly, they began to edge their way inside. Hazel was a brave girl and not easily scared. I wonder where this will take us. she thought. Would you be scared going through that tunnel? What do you think's on the other side? They stepped out into an amazing animal paradise. It was a secret garden where all kinds of animals played, ran, and swam. Can you see the monkeys in the tree? And what about the hippo and the flamingos? Hazel had never seen so many animals, and her heart was full of joy to see them all so happy. How would you feel about seeing all those animals? What a fabulous place, thought Hazel. But then she heard a growling and a grumbling. Who can be unhappy in a place like this? She wondered. What do you think is making that growling and grumbling sound? Just then, an enormous leopard jumped out of the bushes. It gave her an icy stare that made Hazel feel rather nervous until she noticed something quite odd. What do you think is odd about this leopard? Leopards should not be grey, Hazel told the leopard. What colour should they be? The leopard looked so sad that Hazel decided she had to help. Then she had the most wonderful idea. What do you think Hazel's idea was? Back through the tunnel they crawled. Back in her bedroom, Hazel set to work with her paints and brushes. Sit still, she told the leopard. This might tickle. It took Hazel a long time, but at last she finished. When the leopard saw his fabulous new colours, he could hardly recognize himself. Proudly, they rode back to the secret garden paradise. The leopard no longer hid and growled. He purred with pride as the other animals stopped and stared at him and Hazel. After that, Hazel was very busy indeed. You really should watch your diet, Mr. Snake. Can you see what Mr. Snake's been eating? What naughty mosquitoes, Mrs. Crocodile. This will help your knee, Mr. Peacock. What's Mr. Peacock done to his knee? Hazel had never been so happy. The animals came from far and wide to receive her special care. Too many berries, Mrs. Bear. Can you see her big tummy? Still no change, Mr. Chameleon. Look at his long tongue. No more fleas for you, little monkey. For Hazel, it was a dream come true. That night, when Mr. and Mrs. Brown went to say goodnight to Hazel, they found some strange-looking footprints on the stairs. Whose footprints do you think these are? And where are they going? When they opened the door, they were amazed to discover that Hazel had become a very special vet indeed. Can you see all the animals on the bed? How many are there? Can you count them? This is the end of the story. Thank you for watching Stories on Board. Please scan this QR code and take a look at some recommended titles from Hong Kong public libraries. Read books every day.